What you're about to hear will change the way you see every disaster in history. We've been told that catastrophes are random: earthquakes, market crashes, pandemics, sudden, unpredictable, unavoidable. But what if that's not entirely true? What if beneath the chaos, there's a pattern? For decades, scientists have tried to understand disasters using data. But one mathematician almost forgotten approached the problem differently. He didn't look at events as isolated tragedies. He treated them as numbers in motion, sequences, intervals, recurrence. While the world saw destruction, he saw structure. He began with earthquakes, not just where they happened, but when. When he plotted major seismic events over time, something unsettling appeared. The gaps between them weren't random. They formed clusters, then silence, then clusters again, almost like breathing. This wasn't prediction yet, but it was the beginning of something dangerous: pattern recognition. Then he expanded his work: financial crashes. When he mapped events like the Great Depression and the 2008 financial crisis, he noticed something eerie. Markets didn't just collapse, they built tension first. Volatility increased. Small fluctuations became more frequent, like tiny cracks before a fracture. In mathematics, this is called criticality, a system reaching a tipping point. He wasn't predicting exact dates, he was identifying conditions. And then came the most controversial part. He began analyzing pandemics. From the Spanish flu to COVID-19, he looked at population density, travel patterns, mutation rates. Not just biology, but timing. Outbreaks didn't appear randomly. They followed opportunity, more connections, faster movement, higher density. To him, it wasn't chaos, it was inevitability. Now imagine sitting in front of thousands of data points and realizing the world doesn't just react to disasters, it builds toward them. By this point, his work had identified 5 major pre-disaster signatures. First, acceleration. Before major events, small disturbances increase rapidly: tiny quakes, minor economic dips, isolated outbreaks. Second, clustering events begin to group together instead of spreading evenly over time. Third, silence. A sudden calm period. Nothing happens, but statistically that calm becomes more dangerous than activity. Fourth, threshold pressure systems reach limits: economic bubbles, tectonic stress, healthcare capacity. And fifth, the most chilling one: irreversibility. The moment when no action can stop what's coming. But here's where things get real. These patterns aren't mystical. They're grounded in real science like complex systems theory, statistical modeling, and even machine learning. Today, institutions use similar principles. The United States Geological Survey monitors seismic stress, not to predict exact earthquakes, but to identify risk zones. The World Health Organization tracks outbreak signals to detect early warning signs of pandemics. Even financial analysts use algorithms inspired by chaos theory to anticipate market instability. So the idea isn't fantasy, but it's also not perfect prediction. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You can't predict the exact moment a disaster will strike, but you can often see when the system is breaking. Think of it like this: a glass doesn't shatter randomly. It cracks, weakens, vibrates, and then breaks. Now imagine applying that idea to the entire world. Cities growing faster than infrastructure, global travel moving millions daily, climate systems shifting under pressure. These aren't isolated problems. They are connected variables in a global equation, and that equation is always running. But here's the twist. The mathematician's work was never fully accepted, not because it was wrong, but because it was uncomfortable. Because if disasters follow patterns even loosely, then many of them aren't just bad luck. They are the result of systems pushed too far, and that means responsibility. So the question isn't, can we predict disasters? The real question is, are we paying attention to the warning signs? Because history shows us something again and again. Not that disasters are random, but that we ignore the signals until it's too late. Right now, somewhere in the world, the next pattern is forming. Not in headlines, not in breaking news, but in data, in numbers, in quiet changes no one notices. And maybe, just maybe, the numbers are already counting down. If you see the world differently after this, follow It's All About Frank for more stories that make you question everything you thought you knew. Because the next story might already be written, and you just haven't seen the pattern yet.